You are actually. You're kind of like a standout next-gen fighter.
Yeah.
I've always had my eye on you. I like your style. I like your attitude, to be fair. You know, that brashness, what you bring to press conferences. But it's good to have you back on. And you're back here again. Talk to me, Junaid.
Always good speaking to you, just like we said off camera. It's been a while, but here we are.
Talk to us about this fight then.
Short notice fight. By Saturday, it'll be 2.5 to 3 weeks notice I've had. It is what it is. I've been active, I've been ticking over, so it's not necessarily too inconvenient. I've got he's a puncher. Out of his 9 wins, he's got 8 knockouts, but technically he's not the best. But these are the ones where they're a bit of a banana skin, do you know what I mean? Like, they're that unconventional that it makes them a little odd, so I've got to be on point, on job, be on my P's and Q's, and God willing I'll get the win and get the stoppage.
Well, you know what I'll say about you then? Like, going forward, like from how you were when you started off, it's sort of like, yeah, he's not the best technically, but I've still got to be careful.
Yeah.
Because sometimes those could be potential banana skins. Having that mindset going into these fights, even though you're at the early stages of your career and you could think, yeah, I'm just going to wipe everybody out.
Don't get me wrong, I do believe I'll get him out of there, but I've got to be on point in order to do that. You get what I'm saying? I've still got to do everything correct on my point. I understand he may not do necessarily things how a normal boxer would do things, so God willing it'll come off.
So what do you know about his style and looking about counteracting that? And the reason why I bring this up, Junaid, obviously, you know, we've got Tyson Fury going back in there with Alexander Usyk.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's camp was saying, you know, making adjustments.
Yeah.
You can make adjustments, but say your opposition, that fighter, cannot obviously adapt to those, then it's back to you again. So talk to us about that.
I'm more focused on myself. Like you said, I've got to be on the point of reacting and being in a good mindset and physically that I know I can deal with whatever's in front of me. But from my understanding, he's orthodox, throws a little wild, he's got a good left hook to the body and head. He almost plays like kamikaze, where he don't throw too much. He almost looks like he's ready to go, and then he'll just burst out. So it's things like that I've got to be aware of. But for the most part, I'm just focused on myself. And right now, I feel good.
Good. Your fighting experience, then you've fought over here, you've fought in America. I mean, you fought everywhere now. It's just, I get it now. Everyone's talking about obviously getting out to Saudi. But your experience so far and stuff that you've learned, what would you say is the biggest thing that you've learned so far in your professional career?
I've learned a lot of things, and I don't think one is more important than the other, but I think one thing for sure I've definitely learned what is in and out of the ring is patience. Patience. I think I'm pure ADHD, so in and out of the ring I just want to get to the point. I just want to get to the point. With the business of boxing and within the ring, I want to get straight to it, but I understand patience is a virtue and it'll get me there in the long run. So what will be, and I know I'll get there.
Benefits of having patience, would you say that you can carry that into the ring? I know you said in and out the ring, but talking about potentially rushing opponents, overloading, getting ready to get them out there quick.
Yeah.
Patience in the ring as well as obviously
exactly. That's
outside.
my point. You got to remember, like, I turned pro when I was 19, 20, so I'm maturing as a person, as a man, as I'm boxing. Do you know what I mean? So you probably look at my interviews from before. I was all over the place, giddy. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now I'm a bit more settled and a lot more chill. So. And plus I'm used to things, so now it's just understanding what it is, which is a boxing fight, do you know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less. I don't even put so much thought into it. I'll probably think about it more tomorrow night after the weigh-in, and then all right, I'm fighting tomorrow, and then re-jog on it, do you know what I mean?
And how is the team? How are your team up there? Grant Smith, we've got Dalton, we've got Nico. Talk to us about the team.
The gym's on a good run at the moment, of course. Like, Liam did his thing in Saudi. Unfortunate with the result. I do believe he won that, but yeah, I mean, the public attention to it all speaks for itself. Somba just came short defending his European title, but the whole gym's proud of him. He had a good performance.
You know what? I forgot Liam was in your gym.
Yeah.
How long has he been training there?
He's been training in the gym for about 18 months now, and just his story in itself, unbelievable.
What is he like in the gym?
A diamond. He's as much as the gym has helped him, he's helped the gym. He looks after the kids, everything like that. Do you know what I mean? So, and he's just good to have around. Calls it what it is. Calls a spade a spade. If you done shit, you did shit. If you did well, you did well. and he's just a good character to have around in the gym. That's the thing. What I feel, what's good with our gym, it's like it's a family dynamic in a sense. There's a lot of big personalities, however, neither contrast or like clash. We always get along. Do you know what I mean? And we understand we're there for one of each other. So yeah, it's all good. And I'm the baby of the gym, so I got to understand like my place here and there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the maturity in you, isn't it? And you're growing with all of them.
No, definitely.
Were you out in Saudi? Did you go out there?
No, I didn't go to touch the in camera, but I have been there once for the Usyk Fury fight, and it was good. Good. It was good to like get a feel for what's to come, God willing, down the line for myself.
Yeah, I'm sure that's definitely on the line for you. But how is Liam doing now? Like you said, that was a bit of it was a bit of a strange one.
Same shit, different day, really, for Liam. Like, I don't think his life has changed too much in the sense of what he does. Like, he'll go and pick up the kids, go to the kids' classes. I don't think he's ticking over just yet, but all in all, it's just same life. Of course, the attention's got a lot bigger, and he might be getting stopped more for a few more photos and stuff like that. But away from that, he's just doing his own thing. Very level-headed.
Do you think he'll get the rematch?
God willing, I hope so. I think it's more deserving. Even from Ben Whittaker's side, I think they need that rematch. I don't think they'll be able to like live that one down without the rematch. So I think it's the right fight for both of them.
And how did you see the fight when you're looking at it? And I get it, Liam's in your gym, and there's always going to be a bit of bias.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'll be honest with you, like, nah, I'm not biased at all. I think if anything, if it's close round, I'll give it to the other person. So I had it 4-1. I gave the first round, Ben won, but away from that, I believe Liam won the other rounds. However, the second were close, so it could be 3-2. But there's no way on earth that Liam lost that fight. Or 3-2 or 4-1. You can't complain with either of them, in my opinion.
And how has he been since then? Has he been? Because I've seen he's put up. There's been a couple of conversations and stuff, but is he keen to really get back in there? And
I think he's just waiting for what's to come. He's so level-headed, Liam. I don't think he's too. He won't get himself ahead of himself. So what will come. And I think he's delighted that he's got signed by Frank Warren. Obviously, the attention what he's got is going to build his profile up, and he's just looking after things on his own side with his family, with the gym. So yeah, all in all, he's just living his everyday life.
When you see that and you see opportunities like that, obviously you're with Matchroom anyway. You've been nice from your debut. But look at him, I don't even think he got to take his gloves off when it was announced that he was signed with Frank Warren.
Yeah.
Opportunities like that, especially after what he's been through, and then it's like, yeah.
It's like a Cinderella story, like a Rocky story.
Yeah.
Overcoming the odds, shit ain't going your way, in and out of the ring. It's all frustrating. You're sticking to the game, you're sticking to the mission, knowing what you want to get to, knowing where you want to get to, staying true to yourself, staying true to the team. Not even necessarily believing in yourself at some points. And then you have that moment where it's bittersweet and things will come off after it, God willing. So now I'm proud of Liam. I think the whole gym are. And I think I've oversung his praises so much, it almost looks like I'm overdoing it. But yeah, as a whole, we're all proud of him.
He's part of your gym, he's part of your stable. I'd expect nothing less, and if I did get less, I'd be questioning you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
so
definitely.
say what you like, this is your time.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak about, we spoke off camera, and it's just about the tweet that you put out. I think Adam Azim made a comment about Dalton Smith, and you was quite impartially, I will say that, you said, look, I know both of these guys, I know Adam, and that's out of character. Do you want to just elaborate a little bit on that? Just for the viewers.
Basically what I said on camera, if I'm honest with you, like, I've known Adam since I was 13 years of age. Like, that's how long I've known Adam. We grew up, you know, in the England camps together, going to Russia, Ireland, things like that. Like, we grew up together, like, through the years. Does that make sense? Obviously, Dalton I've known since 12, day in, day out. So I know them both pretty well, to get what I mean. And they're both nice people, good humans. So what I was trying to get at there was, it doesn't have to turn into something that it isn't. That's all I was saying. And all I said was, in that video, the way Adam spoke there was a little out of character. That's not to tarnish him as a person or how he performed, because believe me, that was a very good performance against a world level fighter. Do you know what I mean? And in my opinion, Dalton's never said anything disrespectful. And there's nothing Dalton has said on camera or away from the cameras that he wouldn't say to his face. Dalton's not that character. If he's got something to say, if he's going to say it to you, he'll say it to me. That's what Dalton's like. So that's all I was saying. I've had a bit of a mixed reaction to it, but I'm not really bothered. Listen, I stay true to myself, do you know what I mean? And I know my intentions with that tweet, and it is what it is.
The argument is, and this is like your opinion as a whatever fighter, is I think the argument is that Dalton Smith's got not necessarily a belt, not necessarily anything to chase after for, but then Dalton sort of has a similar opinion back to Adam, like, and it's like, okay, like what has he got for me, and all of that little bit of to-ing and fro-ing.
Listen,
your thoughts on that?
Two sides of a coin. There's rights and wrongs, and like he could say that, and there'll be some truth to it. He could say that, there'll be some truth to it. But at the end of the day, yeah, it makes sense with one thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Forget titles, forget everything else. If it makes that, it makes sense. So I get it from both sides, but I'm not even necessarily disagreeing with Adam. He's 22. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's young. It's just one of them. Do you know what I mean?
And finally, for yourself, then, you come through this fight on Saturday.
But so sorry, just cut you there. Sorry, just to get onto one more thing. He is 22 and everything like that, but at the same point, he was calling out the likes of Teofimo or people like that. Now, if you're calling out people like that, yeah, either you're doing it for the sake of it, or you mean it. But then if you're calling out the likes of them, you got to be ready for a Dalton, because he's not won the world title yet. You get what I'm saying? He's on his way up. He's on that trajectory. So regardless of age, regardless of anything like that, if you're calling them names, like, you got to be ready for the likes of Dalton. So it's a balance. Do you get what I'm saying? And I just call a spade. I'm saying what I'm saying. Do you get what I mean? And with that tweet, I meant no harm by it. If anything, I meant goodness through it. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't let it turn into something that it ain't, because it ain't that. And it'll be rather sad if it turned into something like that. But who knows? People whispering each other's ears, Chinese whispers in it, and one thing leads to another, and that's it.
Well, we're going to finish on yourself. You get through on Saturday. I always like to have that positive mindset, and I do believe in you quite a bit, Junaid. When you look at the like you said, you've had a little feel around Saudi, not fought there yourself. Is there a hunger for fighters that at the early stages in their career to really push on and go to, like, I'm going to call it the Hollywood of boxing?
I mean, for me, I'll go wherever it goes. God willing, if it's Saudi where I lead, I'll go there. Do you get what I mean? If I get there, I get there. I'm a Muslim. Saudi Arabia is the holy land. So it'd be a privilege to get there. Free plane tickets, I'll go Umrah straight after. So for me, it'll be a blessing. So what will come, will come. God willing, I'll get there.
God willing, inshallah. Listen, Junaid, all the best. I'll see you in a second.
Thank you very much.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.